Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss the important part of the emergency provisions. So, in the yesterday's class, we have seen the national emergency. We are dealing with the emergency provisions of the Constitution, guys. So, in this aspect, we have seen the national emergency in the yesterday's class. So, today I am going to take this session on the president's rule, that is the state emergency and the financial emergency. So both the topics I am going to take in this session itself. Okay guys, so we are dealing with the emergency provisions. Emergency provisions. In the emergency provisions, the topic for today's discussion is the president's rule. Guys, president's rule. President's rule. Guys, in yesterday's class we have seen the national emergency means with respect to the India, means with respect to whole or any part of India we can apply for the national emergency. So the national emergency can be applied or can be proclaimed when we have the war, external aggression or any internal disturbances. So on those three grounds we can go for the national emergency. So as I said it is president's rule. So guys, is the president's rule or it is state emergency? So whether it is president's rule or it is state emergency. State emergency. Okay. So when we say does it is the president's rule or the state emergency? Okay guys. So we can't say it as a state emergency. It is treated as the president's rule only. So what do you mean by president's rule? So president's rules means if there is any disturbances in the states, like if the state is going if the state is not going on accordance with the constitution, then we can apply for the president's rule. So this we call it as state emergency, but exactly we should not call it as a state emergency, guys. Okay, so we use the emergency, generally we go for the emergency like we call national emergency. In the national emergency we are having the suspension of the some of the articles. We are having the suspension of the some of the articles in the national emergency, but in the state emergency we are not having the suspension of those articles. We are not having suspension of those articles. That's why we call it as, means there are many reasons, but one of the reason is we are not having the any suspension of the fundamental rights. We are not having the any suspension of the fundamental rights in the state emergency. That's why we are not call it as state emergency. Simply we call it as only president's rule. Only president's rule, guys. Okay guys, done? Okay, so there are many other reasons, but one of the reasons is they are not going to suspend the fundamental rights. That's why we are not call it as state emergency. We call it as a president's rule only, guys. Okay, and one more thing, guys. So emergency provisions, we are having articles from 352 to 360. We are having emergency provisions articles. Okay, this comes under part 18 of the Constitution. Okay, this comes under part 18 of the Constitution. We have articles 352 to 360. About the article 352, that is national emergency, we have dealt in the yesterday's class. Today the president's rules will come under article 356. Article 356 is today's discussion, and we have article 360, that is financial emergency, guys. Okay guys, I said why it is not state emergency, because in this emergency we are not going to suspend. Okay, there is no effect on the fundamental rights. Whatever the fundamentals that we are having, that was provided by the Constitution, we are having all those fundamental rights in the president's rules also. No effect on the fundamental rights. That's why we cannot call it as a state emergency. We have many more reasons, but this is one of the reasons, guys. Make clear? Okay, now what exactly the president's rule means? What exactly president's means? See guys, okay? So as I said in the national emergency yesterday class, if the president feels that if there is a grave threat to the security of India on the grounds of war, external aggression or internal disturbances, then the president can proclaim national emergency. Same we are going to take here, but not in having coordinates. Okay, if the president satisfies with council of ministers, if the president satisfied with council of ministers, that is cabinet, that state is not working on accordance with in accordance with constitution. Okay, state is not working in accordance with the constitution, then the president can proclaim emergency. Then president can proclaim emergency. Okay, called as president's rule. Okay guys, so if the president satisfied with the council of ministers that the state is not working in accordance with the constitution, then the presidents can proclaim emergency. It is called as president's rule, guys. Now we need to discuss few aspects in this. Okay, so guys, as in the yesterday's class I said that it is not the satisfaction, this satisfies not the personal satisfaction, it is the satisfaction of the council of ministers. Okay, so how the council of ministers will be knowing that the state is not working in accordance with the constitution, guys? Okay, so how the council of ministers will be knowing? So council of ministers will be knowing the same thing on the two manners, guys. Okay, that is on governor's report. Okay, on governor's report. So the governor is the head of the state. So the governor will on the report of the governor, the council of ministers will be knowing. Then the council of ministers will inform the president. Presidents will proclaim president's rule. This is the process will happen. So on governor's report, or second one, otherwise. Guys, see, or otherwise. What does it mean? So even though they are not having the governor's report, if they feel that there is an internal, that is the political instability in the state, then the council of ministers will recommend the presidents to go for the president's rule, guys. Okay, this provision we are having in the constitution on the governor's report or otherwise. This is the thing, guys. So the presidents will be knowing with the help of the council of ministers. The council of ministers will get information on governor's report or otherwise. Okay, now we will see what is the ground of implementation of the president's rule, guys. Okay, what is the ground? If you see ground, in the definition it is said that it is not working in accordance with the constitution, guys. Okay, not accordance with constitution. Okay, so this is the one ground. We have one more ground on which the president's rule can be implemented, guys. Okay, so what is the second rule on which the president's rule can be implemented is we have Article 256. So if you people remember Article 256, I said that it is the state to follow the obligations. It is obligatory of the state to follow the parliamentary rule. So whenever the parliamentary house made a rule, it is obligation to follow the state. So if they are violating that article, okay, if they are violating the parliamentary law, then this same thing will be known through the governor's report. It will be known to the council of ministers. Council of ministers will inform to the presidents in written document. The presidents will proclaim emergency, guys. Okay, that is, we can say that state against parliamentary law. Okay, so if the state is against parliamentary law, then on these two grounds they can go for the president's rule, guys. Okay, so when this is happening, that is when the state is going against the parliamentary rule. So So when the state is going against the parliamentary rule, then about this provision we are having in Article 265, guys. Okay, sorry, in Article 365. In Article 365, it is said that it is the duty of the union. It is the duty of the union to take into your consideration. When this thing is happening, when the state is going against the parliament. So these things we are having in Article 365, guys. Okay. So actually, state against parliamentary rule. This is about Article 256. So when 250 is happening, then the Article 365 mentions that that is the center can take the state's control into their hands. Okay, guys. This is the Article 365. Now we will see how the presidents will go for the proclamation, guys. Okay. So we see the process of the proclamation of the national emergency. If we see the process of the proclamation of the national emergency, as in the previous, so that is the national emergency we have seen. So in the national emergency we have seen that the presidents can proclaim for 30 days. So before 30 days they should go for the parliament approval. But in the presidency rule, it is for the 60 days. It is for the 60 days. That is 2 months. We are having 2 months. So within 2 months, the parliament should go for approval, guys. The parliament should go for approval. Okay. So within 60 days, that is 2 months. So after the approval, okay. So after approval, this will be passed with the simple majority. This will be passed with the simple majority. So simple majority is enough to go for the approval. Simple majority is enough to go for the approval, but the two houses should be passed. Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha should be passed in the parliament. Okay, but here we have condition, guys. Okay, so if you want to extend this can be extended till 3 years. This can be extended till 3 years, but at the rate of 6 months at a time. 6 months at a time. So at a time you can go for only 6 months, but extended for the 3 years. But it should be extended, but it can be extended for the 3 years. But again, we have some issue with this 3 years extension, guys. Okay. So if you for 1 year, it will be okay. Means after the approval of this within 60 days, then they go for 6 months. Okay. Okay. Means 60 days. Okay. Means within 60 days, it will be fine, guys. I am taking the maximum 60 days. After 6 months, okay. 6 months, okay. Now wait. So after the 1 year, that is this 6 months plus 6 months, after 1 year, we can have the 2 years. We can go for the extension of 2 years. So this is 6 months at a time. 6 months at a time. But when we go for the 2 years for the extension, we have to satisfy few provisions. This we have included through the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. What are these two provisions, guys? These two provisions is, so this should be certified by Election Commissioner of India. Certified by Election Commissioner of India. What does it mean? So after the 1 year also, the Election Commissioner of India should certify that. So in that places where we having the president's rule, we can't go for the free and fair elections. So if this has been certified by the Election Commissioner of India, this is the one more time. This is the one of the condition. And if any part we are having the national emergency. Okay, so if any part we are having the national emergency, if these two should be satisfied to go for this 2 years of extension, guys. These two should be satisfied to go for this 2 years of extension. That is, the Election Commission of India should satisfy that at these places we can't go for the free and fair elections. That is one criteria. And second one is that if any part of the country we are having the national emergency, on these two bases we can't go for the, then on these two bases we can go for having the proclamation of the 2 more years at the rate of 6 months at a time, guys. Okay, this is the process that we are having about the proclamation of emergency. Now there is one question: what happens if there is that is the Lok Sabha has been dissolved? What is the condition if the Lok Sabha has been dissolved, guys? Okay, we have two houses, guys, that is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha we are having for a period of 5 years, but it is the permanent house. It is the permanent house. What does the permanent house mean? Okay, so the 5 years, after 5 years the Lok Sabha will be dissolved in general. So in abnormal cases we are having the before is dissolution or after the dissolution, guys. Okay, and the permanent house means the Rajya Sabha will not be dissolved. It is the permanent house. It will be kept for indefinite period of time. But the members, this is the house about I am speaking, guys. Okay, this provision is about a house. Okay, a house of the Lok Sabha 5 years, a house of the Rajya Sabha 5 permanent house. If you see the members of the house, the members of the Lok Sabha are elected for 5 years, whereas the Rajya Sabha are member for 6 years. These are with respect to the members. So if the Lok Sabha has been dissolved, so that means after dissolving the Lok Sabha we have the 60 days of the approval. Then what happens, then whenever they go for the again for the assembly, so the bill should be passed by the Rajya Sabha. The bill should be approved by the Rajya Sabha, and it should be, and the Lok Sabha will be having 30 days for the approval of that bill, guys. Okay, so the Rajya Sabha should pass because it is a permanent house. It can pass the bill at any time. Okay, so this should be passed, and the Lok Sabha will be having 30 days after this session begins. Within 30 days, they should go for approval. Otherwise, this will become the void. Means this will be having no use. This is about the proclamation process. Okay, we are discussing about the proclamation. Okay, so proclamation means how they are going to have the president's rule. Now, how it should be revoked. Now I will discuss revoke process. Okay, so revoke process is very simple, guys. Revoke process very simple. Okay, revoke means by president at any time when he feels. Simple. President at any time he feels. Okay, at any time he feels, they can revoke. But this is also subject to the Council of Ministers, guys. They will inform the Council of Ministers, then they will revoke, guys. This is about the president's rule, about proclamation and the revoke. Okay, now we will see what are the consequences on different organs of the body regarding the president's rule, guys. Very important session. Okay, so what are the consequences that we are having on different parts of the legislative, executive and the financial bodies? If you see its efforts. So first one I will take my discussion with the executive, guys. Okay, all the state executive will come under the president, guys. Okay, all the powers will come to president. Okay, president. Okay, yes, all the powers, that is executive powers. Executive powers means the government will come to the president's, guys. Okay, then the state will be having no power. Second option, guys, that is the state legislature. State legislature will move to parliament. Will move to the parliament. So they will be having the parliament, guys. Then they will be having the parliament to make laws. Then we will be having the parliament to make laws regarding this. So regarding the state legislature. After that, financial matters. So financial matters will be redistributed. Financial matter will be redistributed. Means finally president's rule means all the powers, this is all executive powers with the presidents. All the power that is executive will come to the president, guys. Then the president's rule. So whatever the state legislature, these state subjects means regarding that state subjects in that state will come under the parliament, and the financial matters will be redistributed by the presidents, guys. Okay, this is about the president's role. Now we will see, guys, if in this topic I said that, so what are the grounds? If you see, I said it is otherwise. So why they have kept otherwise? Why they are not kept as clarity as they mentioned in the national emergency? The national emergency, they explain the ground as the war, external aggression, or internal disturbances. But it says that otherwise, because the framing of the constitution, that is chairman Dr. B.R. Ambedkar sir assumed that this is, we call them as a dead letter. They used to call it as a dead letter because why the center, why the president is going to interfere in the state matters? The states will be having their own matters and they are going to take care of that. So why the presidents will take? So they feel that this president, they thought that is not going to useful. But this is the only misused article in the constitution, guys. Okay, we have 100 plus president's rules in our country. We have 100 plus president's rules in our country, guys. Okay, this is the misused article in the constitution, guys. Okay, guys, this we have discussed. But after all this, so finally we should go for the judicial review, whether these judgments will come under judicial review or not. Size, if we see judicial review in the Minerva Mills case in the year 1980, the Supreme Court says that everything will be come under the judicial review. So, but in the one more case, that is the S.R. Bommai, in the S.R. Bommai case, okay, judicial review. In the S.R. Bommai, so in the S.R. Bommai case, we have, during this case, they are having the Sarkariya Commission, guys. They are having the Sarkari Commission. Few Sarkari recommendations has been taken in this S.R. Bommai case, and they have came with the few provisions, guys. That is, so before going for the president's rule, they should give notice to the state to go for the confidence motion, in the state, such that it will not be misused, guys. It will not be misused, guys. Okay. So in the S.R. Bommai case, it is said that you should be given notice to the state such that we go for the confidence motion. Okay. Confidence motion in the state. What do you mean by confidence motion? Confidence motion simply says that, so in the legislature, simply we should have the 50% plus seats to be as a majority government. So when who one proves the confidence, that is the who will be having the 50 plus, as where they are having a coalition or they are having a single largest party, then they will be in the majority government. So this they have bring, guys. Okay, in the S.R. Bommai case, and after that they said that this is the constitutional breakdown, guys. Okay, in this S.R. Bommai case, the Supreme Court have mentioned that the president's rules is the constitutional mechanism breakdown. So breakdown of the constitutional mechanism. Guys. Okay. So this is said that breakdown of constitutional mechanism. Breakdown of the constitutional mechanism, guys. Okay. So these things we are having in the president's rule, guys. So finally what we need, guys, finally emergency provisions are required. And it is needed. But it's safeguarding also very, very important, guys. Okay. It's safeguarding also very, very important for the protection of the constitution, guys. Okay. So if we see criticism, what is the criticism we are having? So right now, is there any scope for having the misuse of this president's rule? No, guys, because we are having this confidence motion in our constitution. That is, so whenever whoever will show the confidence, then they will be having then only they will be sit in the majority rule of the government. Otherwise, they will not be having this confidence. Those who are not having the confidence in the state legislature, then they will not having, guys. Okay, the one more important thing that we need to discuss is during the president's rule, the state legislature will go into suspend or dissolve, guys. Very, very important topic. So in the effects only we can discuss that during the president's rule, the state legislature will go into dissolve or suspend. So guys, what do you mean the state legislature? State legislature means this is the one which have been the members of the state legislature have came out of the people. Means people have elected the members to sit in the legislature and represent the people. But any executive, like anyone, that is president is also executive now, guys. So the presidents can make them to dissolve or suspend. So up to what extent is this correct? So is the power of the president to dissolve or suspend the state legislature is right or wrong? Okay, we need to discuss over this talk. So these are the few effects of the constitution, the president's rule, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So after this is one of the provisions, guys. So during the state legislature, it will go into dissolve or the suspend. Okay. So now I will take one more issue, guys. One more effect. See, guys. Simply in this I said the state legislature will come to parliament. Very, very important. Means state legislature will come to parliament. See, guys, we have article 123. Article 123, what it says, no? It is the ordinance. It is the ordinance power of president. Ordinance power of president. What does mean ordinance power of president? Guys, for a bill to pass, we should have two houses. Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So what happens if there is only one house? So if there is only one house, then they won't pass the bill. Now there is a need. There is any urgency. There is a need. Then how to go for to have a rule to all India, guys. So now it is the need of the hour to go for any law. To go for the law. To go for the. So now I should go for the law. So, but law should be done when the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha passes the bill and they should become the assent of the president. But now we are not having both houses. Both houses are in free sessions. Means these sessions are not running. Then the article 123, that is power of the presidents given, that is ordinance power of the presidents. Means the president can go for the ordinance. Ordinance simply is equal to the law only. Is equal to the law, but the law will be made in the parliament, that is act by Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. Sorry, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha after assent of the president, but the ordinance directly with the president will go for the ordinance when the houses are not in the session. So these things present, for example, right now the houses are not in a session. Means if the houses are not in a session, then the parliament is this. So what happens? State legislature will come to the parliament. So, but we are not having the parliament right now. But these provisions will go to the president. These provisions will go to the presidents, because the presidents have the one power. That is, it is called as three-step process, guys. Okay. So state legislature will come to the parliament. It's step one. But we are not having the parliament right now. We are not having sessions. So the sessions regarding the parliament, then we have the ordinance power. So indirectly, so 1, 2, 3, 3. So when we are not having the 2, then directly 1 will be go to the 3. That is ordinance power. That is with respect to the presidents, guys. Very, very important. Then the presidents go for the ordinance with respect to the state legislature also. With respect to the state legislature. State legislature also. This is the important provision that we are having, guys. Okay. That is about emergency provisions, president's rule, guys. Okay. Done with the guys. Now I will take this session with the, that is financial provisions also I will take in this session, guys. Why? Because that's till now we are not having any financial provisions, guys. Till now we are not having any financial provision, because we have that is national emergency. This president's rule we have more than 100 times, but the financial emergency has not imposed in the state for at least once. Okay, So when we go for the financial emergency, same provisions guys, same things we need to discuss. Financial emergency. So financial emergency, we have article 360. So we go for financial emergency when we feel that there is the less of financial guys. Okay, so if the president feels same guys, president feels that there is a threat to the financial, that is there is threat to credit balance of the country, then he may issue the financial emergency case. Okay, so the president feels there is an issue with the credit balance of the country, then they can issue the financial emergency. This, if you see the proclamation, same guys. Okay, so this will be issued the same with respect to the previous one, that is with respect to the president's rule. But in the president's rule, once the proclamation of the financial emergency is happened, it will be continued for only 3 years. It will continue for only 3 years. But in the financial, it is for indefinite period of time. Indefinite period of time. Indefinite period of time we go for the financial emergency. So if you want to revoke, then we say with the, that is president. President if he feels. So president if he feels to revoke, then he will revoke the financial emergency guys. Okay, but whereas the president's rule, that is only for the 3 years. Now we will see what are the effects on the legislative, executive and the judiciary guys. Very, very important guys. Okay, during the financial emergency, we go for the salaries, allowances or privileges. Okay, that is reduce in the salaries, allowances or privileges. Okay, there will be reduce or no, that is no salaries, allowances or privileges of the everyone, every constitutional body, including Supreme Court and High Court. So this is the first time we are bringing the Supreme Court and High Court in our emergency provisions. Does we bring the Supreme Court and High Court in the legislative? No. In the president's rule? No. So in the financial emergency, we are touching the things of the Supreme Court and the High Court, that is judiciary. So during these times, we are going to reduce the salaries and allowances and the privileges of the Supreme Court and the High Court guys. Okay. So if you want to revoke, it is to the presidents. If he feels, then they will revoke guys. Okay. Till now we are not having the any financial provisions that was applied in the country guys. Okay. Okay guys, fine. So if we guys financial emergency once has proclaimed indefinite period guys, indefinite period. Okay, no need go for approval, no need of repeat approval, no need of repeat approval. But the once Parliament has approved, it is done guys. Okay guys, this is about the financial emergency. So still now we are not having the financial emergency at least for the one time. So guys, with this we are done with the emergency provisions, we are done with the legislative. Okay guys, so we have done with the emergency provisions of the national emergency, the state emergency, that is the president's rule, and the last one is the financial emergency guys. Okay, thank you one and all.